Hello, it's Philip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers in London, and today I'm looking at a book from Intersentia. It's called Foreign Investment and Investment Arbitration in Asia. It comes to us from Intersentia, who are well-known publishers in Cambridge and on the continent, and this book has been edited by Carlos Espluges, or Esplugue. I'm not quite sure how he pronounces the last name, but apologies if I've got the pronunciation wrong. This is an important book, and I've therefore given it the title for our book review of the following, quote, "Few areas of law seem to excite as much controversy nowadays as the law of foreign investments." Carlos Espluges and his team set the record straight. And this is the book. It's a hardback, as I say, from Intersentia. There it is. There's the front bit of it. There's the side, and then you can see the back of it there. The book is standard of very much the house style of Intersentia. There is the index at the back. You can see that it's by page numbering. It's not a big index, but it's a useful one. You can see the start of it there. And then just at the back, you can see it's quite a lot of footnoting. If we go to the front, what I do like, of course, with these books is you do get a conclusion in the chapters, which is very helpful. There's the front page. Then there's the blurb about Intersentia, and there's the actual contents section. And you can see it's split into various parts. All the contributors are mentioned, and then what we've got after the various parts of the book. There are in fact two parts, and then you've got a list of cases by country, and then the international courts, and so forth, International Chamber of Commerce. It's a very substantially researched book. You can see the worldwide information. Then the statutes, again by different countries. And then after that you've got an abbreviations section, which I think is very important in this particular area. It always is with financial stuff anyway. There we go. You see more abbreviations running through, a lot of them in this occasion. Then you get the list of contributors. There are a large number of contributors. You can see the names there. I can't go through all of them, but you can see their names. And then after that, you've got the introduction. Now, what you do have is a very useful short index for each of the chapters. And this one starts off just talking about FDI and investment arbitration being an area, and that's the quote I've given. A few areas of law seem to excite as much controversy nowadays as the law of foreign investment. And then you can see there are quite a large number of footnotes. Obviously there's some paragraph numbering, but not that much. You can see that's how it goes through. And the book runs to something approaching just under 400 pages, around about 400 pages. There we go. Now, what do we say about the book in this short review? Well, this. Intersentia never disappoint us, and this latest offering is no exception. It sets the record straight on foreign investment and investment arbitration in Asia. And the editor, Carlos Espluges, or Esplugue, and his 19 contributors give us most useful contemporary insights into what is an expanding area of corporate legal activity. And so what the book does is it brings together foreign investment and investment arbitration in Asia, which is the fastest growing economic region in the world. And it provides a critical analysis of foreign investment, its benefits, and the legal regimes of the jurisdictions, studied at a time when investor-state disputes are on the rise and investment arbitration is undergoing scrutiny. It's an important area, and one that I think is now, was a bit of a gap in the market with this, but I'm glad to see it's been filled. The difficulty, of course, remains that governments are placed under greater pressure to balance the promotion of investment with public policy development and interests, and calls for a permanent court for investment arbitration, which of course has been around for a while, which are sounding louder by the day as globalisation continues apace. And to assess future possibilities, the contributors take stock of, bring together and analyse the legal regimes of foreign investment in 12 major Asian jurisdictions. That includes the following: China, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand and Vietnam. These constitute a quote, paradigmatic examples of what is happening in the legal framework of Asian foreign investment and the impact that the current system of investment arbitration has in all of them. And the contributors' analysis shows the existence of changing positions and degrees of openness towards foreign investment in the region, as well as a distinct level of exposure to an involvement in investment arbitration. So predictably, they comment that their situation will change quite quickly. As I said, it's a fast-growing area, or at least in relation to investment arbitration. And some proposals for reform have occurred. They've been made already, and international institutions are working on the development of an alternative to the proceedings of investment arbitration as it is currently constructed and understood. Therefore, as a result, let me finish with this. The editor decided that the last 2 chapters of this work would be devoted to an analysis of these developments that will most probably affect the existing situation in the region for foreign investment. And Carlos, I think, sets the record straight, at least for the time being. Well done. The hardback book was first published on the 30th of January 2019. Let's just have one last look at it. There it is again. There's the front, the spine, and then the back. Now, on the back, what we have got, so say the last 2 chapters, towards a permanent investment tribunal. That's the last chapter, and you can see they're looking very much ahead at what's going to happen. That's the final chapter there, and you get some idea. It's basically in part 2, which is the short part at the back, an investment arbitration today. Again, I think it's a very important book because looking at where we are with the courts in this country and globally, there is going to be a big change in the 2020s, and this is basically setting the scene for the future. Thank you very much to Intersentia anyway, and to Carlos and his team for an excellent new book. Bye-bye.